Chad, I'm gonna be so honest with you. I had no real plan for today. I really didn't. Here it comes. Ha! I called it. Every single time, without fail, Lamp slaps me with a piece of cheese. Every time I get here. It is like clockwork at this point. Hi, everybody. I apologize for the low energy. It is Sunday, and I'm dreading going back to work tomorrow. It's a Chinese tradition. I'm not even gonna frickin' acknowledge that today. I'm not happy that I gotta go back to work tomorrow. But I am here. I don't know what we're doing today. I think we're just gonna chill and kind of wind down this week with just some chill, just chatting. Nothing too crazy. Yesterday's Warframe stream kind of just pissed me off so much that I really just, I don't want to do Warframe right now. I kind of just am very tired today. Tired, round and I don't know what that means. Ow. Har. Har. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I wish somebody would I wish somebody would run me over with the tire. Genuinely. It's kind of just where I'm at. I've had a very long week. And I'm not looking forward to immediately starting that over for another very long week. I don't know. Didn't exactly sleep the best last night. It's been a long week. But I hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. I had an okay weekend. I basically just relaxed. Caught up on some Z's. Yeah, just the usual. Anyway, I'm gonna try and go for as long as possible tonight. I think we're gonna go for an endurance stream tonight. Just to see how much punishment I can put myself through. I don't know. If I can make it to like the 4-hour mark today, I think I'd be very happy. But we'll see. we'll see how my energy level progresses throughout today's stream. Hopefully it'll start being a little bit better once I get a little more caffeine in my system. I'm just trying to hold on for 3 more days. I understand that. I understand that completely. I'm just craving lobotomy. That and a bottle in front of me. Well, I do have Maker's Mark, but I don't want to go to work hungover tomorrow. As much as I would like to. I go on vacay in 3 days. I wish I was that lucky to deal with that. Unfortunately, I am just not. I am going to try and go to WeebCon. I don't know, when is that? Oh, it's this weekend. If I can get Friday off, maybe I can do it. Maybe. I doubt it, though. How much are tickets? Oh, $93. Maybe not. Damn. I thought it was later. If it were a bit later in the week, I probably would have gotten my paycheck and I could have done that, but no. It's not happening. That sucks. I would have loved to go. To be honest, I would have just loved to go to any VTuber convention this year. Or any convention at all. I can't do conventions, unfortunately. Yeah, I understand that. I understand that completely. Yeah. I wanted to go to Offkai this year, but it's just way too expensive, man. It really is. And I simply do not have the money for it. If I had the money, though, I definitely would be going this year. It's just... So many conventions, though, are just absolutely insanely expensive. Look on the bright side. The reason I'm mostly upset about not being able to go to Offkai is because a very good friend of mine is performing and I can't I can't go be there to support. Ugh. What is the bright side? What is the bright side lamp? I'm waiting. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I fucking thought, boy. Look, a convenient distraction. What convenient distraction is that? Mpreg. Alright. Alright, buddy. Yeah, Mpreg is such a convenient distraction. I totally agree with that. Sure. Sure. Well, let's say I believe that. I don't know. Ugh. I'm sure things will totally get better. Yeah, totally. Totally they will. And if they don't, I'm blaming you. I'm blaming you. Because you jinxed it. You jinxed it. Just like my mom. Wow. Just wow. I don't know. The only thing I talked to my mom today about is it was an argument because she's upset that I'm not taking her friend's weird health nut advice about my ADHD stuff, and I'm like, I didn't ask. It's frustrating. Have you tried quartz crystals? No, thank you. They can help focus your energy. I'm not like... My mom isn't like one of those health nuts. Entirely different frustration. Yep. Don't worry about it. It's a whole thing. Yeah. Dang it. I don't know what I want to do today. I seriously still don't. Why not get the new Warframe? Because trying to farm that is just going to piss me off and I'm going to get frustrated. I did some of it offline today and I just I felt myself getting more and more frustrated every time I did that. I think I went for about 3 hours on it, and I only got one part of the thing I needed. So I'm not interested in touching that right now. I'm just not interested. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know. I have Slay the Spire, yeah. I'm just not. I have the first Slay the Spire. I don't have Slay the Spire 2. I'm not really interested in trying it. I don't know. It just doesn't appeal to me at the moment. I think I'm fine just chatting for now. I'll decide. I'll decide what I want to do in the interim. Or I'll decide what I want to do when I'm actually feeling like moving on from just yapping. But, you know. Damn, if you had to, I could play with you. I'm not really in the mood to play with anybody tonight. I've spent most of my day playing games with people, and I'm kind of if I'm gonna play games, I kind of want to have like some solo game time for me. Playing with people all day, it makes me really overstimulated. By the way, how do you feel about the Amazing Digital Circus? I think it's pretty good. Manages to... I mean, it's very heavily inspired by I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, and that's one of my favorite, sci-fi horror things, so obviously I like the Amazing Digital Circus because it's a pretty unique spin on it. Never really been... Not a fan of its community, though. That I could seriously do without. Horror? I mean, like, yeah, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is kind of pretty much horror. It's more existential horror than anything. I don't know. But I had multiple moments watching the latest episode where I just audibly went, uh-oh. So, it was pretty good. I'm looking forward to the next one. I'd say it's more of a bit more of a love story, but okay. I guess. I don't know. To each their own. Some days, though, I kind of relate to Am, and it scares me, because, good lord, my faith in humanity is tested on a daily frickin' basis. I like Bubbles so much more now. Yeah. 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 I don't know. I am looking forward to the next episode, though. I can't wait to see what comes next. Ugh. Chat, I want to do a subathon so bad. I really do. I really wish I could. It'd be a lot of fun. That's actually been something I've wanted to do ever since I started streaming a couple years back. So many questions that need answering. I know there's a lot, and we're probably not going to get all of them. Do it when I'm not broke, please. Yeah, we'll see. It probably won't happen anytime soon. Because, you know, employment. Unless it's like a capped 72 hour like subathon just for the weekend. But then it's gonna have to be a relatively expensive subathon, and meaning that like sub timer is just gonna be like frickin' it's gonna have to be like I don't know, 3 minutes per or something, or 2 minutes per every sub. I don't know. It would take a crazy fucking thing to break that cap, and that would be like almost impossible. Because who knows, I'm probably not even cut out for I'm probably not cut out for a full-on 12-hour stream, much less a multiple-day subathon. But that is the concerns for later, non-zero. I don't know. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna lock in this year for editing. Because speaking honestly, editing is my biggest bottleneck right now. And it's the thing that takes the most time. I'm tempted to just pull an all-nighter and just start editing a bunch of stuff. I mean, like, I was gonna shower before I went to bed anyway. So that means I can spend part of tomorrow morning doing that as well. So we can figure that out soon. And subsequently, if we could, like, now that I'm gonna be hopefully in a place where I'm actually making money, I might be able to start commissioning some extra artwork and, like, help with editing and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe somehow we'll start making enough to the point where I can actually commission in an actual model. Logo too. That'd be nice. Also, we are not going to be doing a schedule this week. It's a little too late for me to plan that out, and frankly, I don't have the energy to. In other words, after the 10th of any month. I understand that completely. I understand that. Anyways, I'm just wiped. I'm very boring personality mode today. Also, we need to get my Twitter blue back at some point, because just because, like, I can't stream on Twitter without it, and going live tweets never fucking work anyway. So I'm gonna have to look into having to look into the reacquiring of that. And Discord Nitro. I'm losing out on a lot of convenience fee. Well, actually, I canceled my Nitro for the time being because of the age verification fiasco. So we're not touching that for a while. I sure as shit ain't. Ow. There's a lot. There's a lot I'm taking into consideration. excuse me. Actually, wait, no, I don't want to be excused. I burp loud as hell, and if you don't like it, you can deal with it. Yeah, I rip ass loud as hell. If you have a problem with that, go find another Starbucks. I said what I said. What are you gonna do about it? Gonna report me? Try it. Try it, I dare you. Daddy Twitch ain't got nothing on me. Starbucks gross? I don't actually go to Starbucks. We have the infinitely superior Dutch Bros here in Texas. It's so much better. That's because they actually use actual decent coffee ingredients that haven't been like, you know, that, I don't know. Actual decent coffee ingredients. Starbucks just buys whatever wholesale crap they can afford. Or they can, like, cheap out on. You're paying for the brand more than you're paying for good quality. Starbucks is considered poor people coffee here. Good. It's how it always should be. Starbucks is shit. It legitimately is. I think I'd rather... Bro, I'd rather drink the shitty coffee they had at frickin' the hotel I was staying at for TwitchCon. That was just nasty. I paid almost $200 a night for that hotel. Everything else was worth the price. Definitely worth the price. The coffee wasn't. The coffee just sucked. And I wish I had thought ahead and brought Gamer Supps with me, but I didn't. I should have. I didn't. Or I should have bought some Gamer Supps while I was there. But I didn't, so. That's the other thing I'm looking forward to with first paycheck, because the first paycheck I'm getting from this job, I'm ordering some Gamer Supps. Going without it for this long has sucked. And unfortunately, I'm going to need a new cup because I've kind of haven't been taking care of mine properly and it's got mold in it. And I've tried cleaning that thing out multiple times and there's still a bit of mold in it. So I'm just going to have to get a new one. I just haven't decided which one. Probably something tame, unfortunately, because, well, I want to be able to take it out if I need to. I can't exactly, you know, bring a cup with somebody's fat fucking rear end, like, plastered right on it. I'd get in so much trouble. Because I live in a very, very repressed town. It's, actually kind of frustrating. But yeah, I miss Gamer Supps. I miss some doggy style in the morning and some blowhole blast in my face. Yeah, that whole jazz. I said what I wanted. I said what I said. Unironically, though, I think Blowhole Blast is my favorite flavor. Bowberry was great. I love the Bowberry. It's delicious. It's flavorful. Delightful taste sensation. Didn't really care for, well, it's just, well, no, hang on, let me rephrase that. It's not that it's bad, it's just like, there are flavors that, I like better, and unfortunately, Blowhole Blast kind of beats it out. I've never actually had any. Yeah. Let's see, my first two flavors were Blowhole Blast and Good. Third was Chug Juice. That was delicious. Fourth was Doggy Style and Bowberry. And I got that when I won that gift card giveaway from Cynical for Gamer Subs and is like, oh, thank you. Ordered them, and I am very happy with my product purchase choice. It was delicious, and honestly, this time around, though, I will be ordering a couple of my favorite flavors, and then also, if possible, trying something new. Probably gonna order a thing of Blowhole Blast, and I'm gonna try Silver Veil's flavor because I got a sample pack for her flavor, and it was pretty good. It was like drinking a Starburst, and it's like, yes, please, more of that. So I'm gonna be getting some of that this time around. It's gonna be fantastic. Anyway. It's gonna be great. Gamer Subs is just good. They make good flavors. I would really like to have a code one day, but I don't think that's happening. There's a lot of things that we need to have happen before we can start locking in. And one of those things we do need to look into, and I'm probably, you know what, I'm going to put this on my throne just to help. Code Druppy Daddy. I was just thinking like code pregnant with Druppies. Now that I am on that, let me note that down. Things needed to lock. Let's go to my throne. I'm gonna add that to my throne just to. So one of the problems I'm having recently is my phone, my daily driver phone, is kind of falling apart in a way. Oh, derp. It's starting to lose its ability to like charge properly. And let's see. I'm gonna have to replace it eventually, but the problem is having a daily driver phone and also using that daily driver phone as my main tracking phone. It's starting to become annoying because by the time I get home, like, there's barely any charge left in my phone and I gotta wait a couple hours before I can stream again. So part of my need at the moment is an iPhone that I can just have as my dedicated tracking device. And it's also the fact that I'm using my Samsung phone for facial tracking. And it's working, don't get me wrong, but you're not going to beat iPhone facial tracking, unfortunately. So, let me see. Used... So, let me see. Best. I'm looking up the best iPhone for VTubing. Okay, so iPhone XR. Really? Some of these have to be BSing. Look, I'm seeing. Let's see. It's because the back screen is cracked. Okay, what's... I'm looking. I don't know. I don't know if that many VTubers who use iPhone for tracking. I don't... I'm gonna keep looking. I need to decide based... I'm trying to determine the price point. Okay. So either a used iPhone 11 or used iPhone XR. So... This one's... This condition. Okay, so... Let's just put it down as 125. Sorry, I know I'm kind of being silent here while I'm doing all this. Okay, let me... And I need to add my Twitter to this throne. That way I can post this and actually share it. It's not letting me share that. Okay. That's all different. All right, I'll share that a little bit later. Figure that out. But that is something we do need. I need a better way to track my my VTuber model because I just think that having a better phone for that would help. Not only that, but it would just take off the annoyance of having to use my daily driving phone for everything else. Yeah. I mean, I still have like $40 sitting in my PayPal, so I can maybe dedicate some of that towards the fund. I'm not exactly using that for anything. That's just been kind of sitting there in case I need it. But that is a discussion shortly. That is something I'm considering. But I don't know. I want to start finding like easier ways for people to like, if they want to pay for things, they can. $40? That's like 1/100th of an iPhone. I'm looking for a used iPhone. I'm not looking for a new one. I don't need like the newest one. I think I just need like a used iPhone 11, and that will that'll do the trick just fine. Methinks. Because like I could go cheaper and just get an iPhone 10. Problem is they have overheating issues, and I am not interested in having an overheating phone that is going to be used dedicated for a program that does heat up your phone quite a bit. So probably not the best decision. Anyways, I don't expect the fund anybody to really pay towards the fund. I don't ask like asking my community to fund things fully. It's just there in case somebody wants to like, I don't know, throw in like a couple of dollars to it every now and again. It's fine. I don't expect my chat or fan base to pay for anything. It's just, you know, it's there if they want to. I know I'm not owed anything by the people who watch me. Anyways. There's some other things on the throne there too that, you know, most of everything I have on my throne, barring like a couple of just things that'd be nice to have, it's mostly just stuff, you know, to improve the quality of my stream. And just so it feels like, it just feels like reinvesting back into the community, because I if you're gonna pay for my streams for any reason, I'd like to actually invest that time and effort into making my stream content better. Is you calling us dumb? I mean, again, you're the one watching a VTuber, so I don't think that like you're necessarily dumb for liking and watching VTubers, but speaking as a fellow VTuber watcher, we're not exactly like the most mentally stable thing in the planet. Let's be so real. I think mental stability takes a bit of a backseat when it comes to us. Most of us were dribbled like basketballs growing up, so it's just how it is. It's just how it is. It could be worse. It could be worse. Could be worse. We could be Kai Cenat fans. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Kidding. Anyway. I'm telling his fans, sure. I wouldn't, though. That fan base is just a bunch of angry 12-year-olds. Somehow more obnoxious than the 9-year-old army PewDiePie had. And that's saying something. The ones that can read will be very upset. Bold of you to assume that they can read. When their streamers started reading, they all had a problem with it, apparently. To be honest, I can't really read that well these days either. I lost a lot of my reading comprehension. Too much brain rot on the internet. Unfortunately. If you want any more reason, typical American, yeah, shut up, buddy. You used to be American too. Don't forget. It's some people just, you know, move on from America. Me and Europe. Now, me am smart. Yeah, sure, buddy. Sure, buddy. Sure. To be honest, there are very few people who are smart these days. I don't really trust anybody who claims to be smart. It just shows to me you've got an ego and you really shouldn't be allowed to speak, not gonna lie. I think that, like, if you admit that you're smart, you're not actually that smart. So, just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying, you know. I'm very educated. I went to college. I'm never doing that again. That was awful, and I am so sorry. Oof. I don't have an Eggo. They don't sell those there. And that is why Europe is a fucking hellhole. No Eggo waffles? Awful. Simply awful. Oh, I'm eepy. You can hear it in my voice how much my social battery is drained, and also my physical battery for some reason is drained as well. One of the other things I want to try and do this year, I do actually want to complete my top 10 list. Or more accurately, I do actually want to collab with the people on my list. I'm using that as a reminder on how much I need to lock in this year. Apparently they don't even count American cheese as real cheese here. A lot of places don't count our cheese as real cheese. For a lot of different reasons. Some more valid than others. Me personally, I don't know. I don't have an opinion on that. I eat what I eat. I don't eat the Kraft singles here. They're just kind of nasty. And Lord only knows what they do these days to cut costs and, you know, skim on production. Me personally, I don't eat Pop-Tarts anymore for that reason, because, like, there's apparently a lot of carcinogens in them. So, I just don't eat them. Not anymore. And that makes me sad, because I used to love Pop-Tarts. Now I'm just kind of disgusted by them. Carcinogenics, yummy. Exactly. That's one of my biggest frustrations with how fucked our food system is. It's genuinely so bad. I just can't enjoy Pop-Tarts anymore, which is a shame. I can't eat McDonald's anymore because every time I've had McDonald's in the past, like, couple of years, I've gotten, like, some form of food poisoning. It's just nasty. Whatever they've done to our food is just so disgusting. They have increased prices, made our food taste worse, and just, you know, the only places that still taste decent and are still using the same recipes are like Whataburger and a couple others. But even then, they have their times where it's just hits or miss, or they just miss completely. Food poisoning is for the weak. Well, you know, ordinarily I have a cast iron stomach, but apparently not enough for fucking McDonald's, which should tell you how bad things are. I remember the worst case of food poisoning I ever got was eating IHOP red velvet pancakes. Fucking was like shitting and puking for like 3 days straight. It was fucking awful. Like, genuinely. I think I would rather have, I'd rather deal with my terrible migraines than ever go through that again. I stopped going to IHOP after that period. Like never again. I don't eat at IHOP anymore. Dairy Cream Brownie Blizzard gave me full-blown stomach virus for 2 weeks. Yeah, no thank you. No thank you. Genuinely awful. Awful thing to experience. I don't envy that. Wouldn't even wish that on my worst enemy, to be honest. Still scared of farting? No, that's so real. That's so real. When I was at TwitchCon, I packed underwear like I was gonna shit myself all like 9 days of the trip. Well, not nine days, like every single day, twice, for the entire time I was gone. I trust gas station sushi more than I trust my farts. It's just not worth the risk. To be honest, though, like, there have only been a couple occasions where I've gotten, like, severely bad cases of bubble gut. And those instances are thankfully few and far between. It's awful. I think I once, like... I'm not telling this story just yet. I'm saving it for whenever a bigger VTuber does one of those confession streams. That way I can humiliate myself in front of so many people. It'll be great. Not like I have a humiliation fetish or anything. That's definitely not the reason. Definitely not the reason. Sure thing, Impreg. Yeah, sure, yeah. Yeah, definitely the case. 100% the case. I mean, it's not like I'm signing myself up for humiliation being a male VTuber in the first place, am I right, y'all? Ah, it hurts to laugh. I don't know. Also, chat, I rage baited a little too close to the sun last night. Shame's male VTuber. Yeah, no, that's fair. Then again, I'm not gonna open my mouth. Speaking of, I'm not gonna open my mouth. That's part of the reason why I'm saying I rage baited a little too close to the sun. You see, Cynical posted her result on that, you know, bottom or top thing. I responded to that. She grabs my Twitter banner and just tells me to shut my fucking mouth. I sat back down pretty quickly after that. I'm not dealing with I'm not gonna piss her off. I'm not gonna piss her off anymore. She scares me. Good job, Sin. Yeah, sure. Good, yeah. Yep. And then it gave me, like, top as an answer. I can tell you, honestly, that is not true in the slightest. There is no way in hell that I am any kind of top. I mean, like, I am as bottom as they come. I talk about how badly I want, like, dominant women to hurt me and all that. It's just, I am not a top. Anybody who says otherwise is lying to you. I could have told you that. Yeah, see, exactly. I know what I am. I've been regularly called out for my taste in women multiple times in the past couple of weeks. There is no getting around that fact. So, you know, anybody who says otherwise, I think they're on something. They're on some form of narcotics if they think I'm anything but a massive tile flooring level bottom. It's really just as simple as that. Drupcotics. No, we don't make those anymore. We don't make any more of those after the incident with the IRS. The still can't get the stains out of the floor. We've been trying for like years. Legitimately, we tried acid. We tried, you know, like destroying the tile, then recreating the tile at the atomic level. Still didn't fucking work. We still can't get the stain out. We've tried literally everything, and it's just there's still a stain there. It's kind of infuriating because, like, I don't know what the Drupcotics did to that IRS agent to make his fluids so impossible to remove from the floor, but he did. And I can't get the. I've tried literally everything, trying to get those stains out. It's a mess, literally a mess. Have you tried actual cleaning materials? We tried everything from magic erasers to Stanley steamers to fucking whatever you can think of. If you can name the cleaning product, we've probably tried it, and it didn't do shit. Some of the cleaning products actually made it worse, which you wouldn't think possible, but somehow. Anyways, I think there are some still in circulation, some of which are, you know, still out in the street. I'd be very careful because whatever was in that batch, I have no idea what causes that, but unless you want like stained clothes and soggy hair for the rest of your life, don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Anyways, it is frustrating trying to clean things, though. That reminds me, I need to start figuring out how I'm gonna handle the cleaning situation. Gotta figure out how to handle that soon, because I need to do some apartment cleaning at some point. Some spring cleaning will need to happen. I don't know, man. In the words of Gandhi, do not care what it does, up the nose it goes. Do not use discontinued Drupcotics at all. Your nose is gonna cramp. That shouldn't be physically possible, but it will. It absolutely will. It is, it's rough, Dio. It's seriously rough, Dio. Ugh. I'm probably gonna need to make some coffee here soon. I don't really know, man. There's a lot of TBC or THC products that I'd like to try, and some of them are legal here where I am, but I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it. Let me real quickly, let me check something. Again, another person popped the top or bottom. I'm gonna try it again. Hang on. If it gives me another answer of top, it's gonna be a problem. Oh my word. It gave me the same answer again. I'm not a top. It's lies. It's lies. That's frustrating. It literally, like, I'm actually frustrated. I think I'm the first VTuber ever to be more frustrated with getting called a top than they are getting called a bottom. Like, just, bro, I'm not one. The only thing I'm topping is the mattress. Kind of crazy that it would wrongfully accuse me as such. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. That was a big fucking yawn. I haven't yawned that loudly in a while. Yeah, I don't know. Being real, the whole top or bottom meme just is, it doesn't really matter. Speaking of, what's your favorite pizza? Either extra cheese or Ultimate Supreme. But honestly, if the only thing I have available to eat right now is pizza, my favorite kind of pizza is free pizza. That's my favorite kind of pizza. I will eat what I can get for free. As long as it's like, as long as it's not like Domino's, then I'm fine. Domino's just sucks ass. I don't know what they did in the past year, but ever since they did that, I prefer plain, nothing tops it. Can fish see water? I don't actually know. I don't actually know. That is... Now I'm gonna have an existential crisis. Can fish see water? Now, hang on. I don't think anybody's ever, like... Hang on just a second. I gotta find this out. No, because, like... Can fish see water? Looks like they don't. Looks like they just see through it. The same way we see through air. Yeah, okay. We breathe air, fish breathe water. We can see water, but can fish see oxygen? I don't know. This is gonna fuck me up for the rest of the night. Can they see water? You can see these nuts. It didn't play on stream because I don't have my Stream Deck software on. Fuck! I hate it here. I really hate it here. I shouldn't be allowed to speak anymore. All right, let me try that again. They can see these nuts. Okay, post now. Post what? Post what? Thank you, Kiori Yuri, for following and joining the Druppies. Welcome on in. Hope you enjoy your stay. You can't leave. You can't leave. I'm sorry, but like, you signed the contract. You're here now. You're here now. Welcome to the basement. Yeah, no, almost everybody who joins the non-zero VT fan base. Basement, I thought I was on the roof. No. So, yeah, you know, once you follow, you get sent to the basement. You know, your soul is ripped out, and you know, you become a druppy. Yeah, once you follow, that's what happens. And then you get dragged into the basement, and you know, that's kind of how it works. That's the lore. That is the lore of the channel mascot and fan base name. Welcome. Enjoy your stay. Feel free to call him. Do not call me Dratty in other people's chats. Okay? That if you do even calling me that here, all right, it puts you at risk. I will beat you all with sticks. I have sticks dedicated to the beating of my fan base, and I don't feed my fan base whenever they do stuff like that. So you've been warned. All right, if you ever ask why VTubers beat their chatters and you know and they don't frickin' like you know feed them, it's because of crap like this. All right, I am not Dratty to you. All right, it is non-zero VT. All right, say it with me. Non-zero VT. Can you say that? Can you? Do not call the Wabbajack that! Have you not played Skyrim, you dense motherfucker? I beat you guys with the Wabbajack, not with whatever the fuck you just referred to. Alright? Okay? Listen, alright. Most streamers have the decency to deny beating their community and their mods. I don't have that decency. I beat them. Next question. Lamp is the reason why people get beaten. He's a rage baiter. He's a troublemaker. Little shit. And there's another rage baiter who is absent tonight. You can call it whatever you like, Dratty. Roleplay is okay. I'm going to lose my marbles. And I didn't have much left of those anyway. Most of those went out the window the second I became a VTuber. which, oh man, when did I become a VTuber? I know it was like July, but like, when did I debut when did I debut my first official model? Oh shit, I gotta find out. Oh man. Wow, 3 years ago. So July 30th is going to be my 3-year anniversary of becoming a VTuber. Wow. Kind of crazy. Anyways, I hope we didn't scare off our new community member. But people have been calling me Dratty for the past couple of weeks. I'm slowly but surely getting used to it. Slowly but surely. Eventually I'll accept the nickname, so well, fucking whatever. They unfollowed. I hope not. I hope not. I hope I'm not too intense. I've reached the part of the stream where I just stopped giving a fuck about having a filter. I not that I had much fun to begin with. I mean, like, come on. I mean, have you seen? I'm like out of pocket. All right, I am extremely out of pocket, and that's mostly just because I spend a lot of time around extremely out of pocket people. Anyways, don't forget, to anybody who is new here, please don't forget that we also have a Discord. You can come check that out using exclamation mark Discord. I'm still trying to get that as big as possible so we can start doing community days eventually. But that is a little bit more on the side projects of things. We're working on things very slowly, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. You know. You can see his Mpreg. Oh, no, don't tell the newbie about Mpreg. Do not. You've got to ease people into this. You can't just like, okay, here's Non-Zero drawn as like a pregnant Silent Hill horror. All right, you can't just like no lube bring that up. You can't. You gotta prepare people for the kind of cursed energy my streams bring. Okay, you have to like, you gotta give them a chance to adjust. All right, and you can't just show the druppy chipper right off the bat. That too. Oh, I guess I just mentioned that right off the bat. Whoops. I don't see a rule against it. Okay. All right, buddy. All right, you know what? I will make it a rule. I will make it a rule that you can't just, like, bring up Mpreg immediately upon joining the Non-Zero VT stream. Or joining the Druppies. All right, don't bring that up immediately. I will make a fucking rule about it. Bloody hell. Oh my word. Really? A friend of mine is playing Valorant again. Fucking hell. I'm gonna yell at her later. Every time. Every single time Is he here? Who's here? Who's here? Did my stream crash? Did my stream crash? What? Is Dratty here? Yeah, that's allegedly me. Allegedly I am Dratty. Allegedly. And I am, it is purely allegedly. There is no physical evidence. There's no, there's not even ephemeral evidence that Dratty is me. It's just all alleged. It's all made up. Puff Dratty, no, stop. No, we're not going into that. Puff Dratty is just, all right, look, all right, that's a step too far. That's a step too far. Step way too far. I know what you're referencing, Lamp. I'm not kidding. If a Diddy joke in 2026 is fucking insane. Anyway. It was a Diddy joke. I didn't know that. Yeah, Diddy used to go by Puff Daddy for a long time, which is something I didn't know until recently when I learned way too much about the whole Diddy trial, and I don't want to get into it. It's just not fun. You won't believe me, but I only knew the name, not anything else or about it or who it was related to. Okay, if that was the case, I will take that explanation. I will take that explanation. Just don't do it again. But yes, people call me Dratty all the time. It started because of a mutual friend of mine and really, really annoying friend of mine. Another VTuber known as HR Chan, who is amazing. You should check her out whenever you have a chance. But she calls me Dratty all the time, which is fucking ironic, seeing as I'm like almost 10 years younger than her. I thought it was Snoop Dogg since he does weed. You know what? Fair. That I can see why you'd be confused about that. I can see that. But yeah, no. She calls me Dratty. Started doing it one day. Hasn't stopped. Kind of forcing me into just eventually embracing it. Long story. But that's for an entirely different thing. To be honest though, I don't really care that much. Who's Diddy again? I don't want to talk about it. You can look it up if you're curious, but I recommend you do so at your own risk. Yeah, Lamp said it best. So he's a friend of you? No. No. Don't even imply that. Don't imply that. Yeah. No, he was a genuine piece of shit. And, you know, I'm glad he's locked up. It was just a really nasty fucking human being. And, you know, the less people like that in the world, the fucking better. So he used to make pornography? No. 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 No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He was, like... how do I put this? You know how Epstein exists? This is the only time I'm ever gonna, like, briefly touch on it. But he was Epstein's competition. That's the best way I can put it to gauge how awful some of the shit Diddy did. That's the best way I could put it into that context. Like, both of those cases are so fucking rancid that even I, somebody with one of the more fucked up senses of humor, like, I can't bring myself to even, like, remotely joke about it or tolerate anybody joking about it around me. Like, I have threatened... Lamp's here, I can say this. I've threatened Lamp with a ban for joking about that in my chat. So, truly awful human being. I don't think even I'm somebody who's, like, the person who says, you know, it's okay to make fucked up jokes, but just that... It's just a different kind of evil that I can't tolerate people joking about. I know that kind of makes me like a bit of a, you know, just worse than iDubbbz on certain things, but like, man, that's just how it is. You shot my car for saying that. You had it coming. Wait, I shot your car? When did I shoot your car? Lamp, what the fuck did I shoot your car? I feel like I would remember that if I did. You have me coming? Fuck you. All right. Actually, no, do not fuck. By the way, Lamp is a freak. Lamp is a fucking freak. I've nearly... And the weird part is I don't have a car. I just got it. Okay. Yeah, the joke is dragons fuck cars. Dragons fuck cars. Sure. I'm not going to educate why that's a meme. I am not going to educate anybody as to why that's a fucking meme. Anyways, guys, I don't have an OF, but I do have an OV. OnlyVans. You should check it out. I'm kidding. Kidding. What? What do you mean, what? Do you not know the meme? Do you not know what I'm referring to? Lamp, you can't be this stupid. Lamp, there's just no fucking way. There's no fucking way in hell. I've met lead less dense than that. Nope. Wow. Do I really want to explain this? Okay, so there is a subreddit. Literally, it literally is as it says, dragons fucking cars. There's a subreddit about dragons fucking cars. And as a dragon VTuber, I've been accused of doing that a couple of times by fellow VTubers. It's like on the same tier of cursed as the fucking Wonder Bread guy. If you know who that is. And if you don't, I recommend you keep it that way because it is kind of cursed. Not gonna lie, it is extremely cursed. Don't look into it. You will regret a great many things. I did, and it's like, you know, it's just not worth it. Nope. What do you mean, nope? Lamp, are you rage baiting again? Are you rage baiting again? You better not be rage baiting. Nope. Okay, he's rage baiting. All right, Lamp is a rage baiter, and sometimes he's successful. Most times he's not, but he is like the streamer, because you know chat reflects the streamer. Is a rage baiter. I am so much of a rage baiter that it's actually on my business card. I get the greatest of fucking rushes every single time a rage baiter. All right. I love rage baiting VTubers every single time I have a chance to. I love doing it. It gives me a rush. I've rage baited like 3 of my Oshis at this point. It's been amazing. It has felt amazing to just watch all the color and light leave their eyes as I just, rage bait them in front of their audience. It's fantastic. I love hitting them with dad puns and their TTS and just watch them like lose all sanity. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. I love dad puns, by the way. I fucking love them. I love them so much. Oh. Anyways. Sorry, I had to crack my neck. My model doesn't really like me doing that. You're essentially speaking Greek to me? How am I probably younger than you, and I have this level of knowledge about cursed internet things and you don't? Yeah, I wasn't rage baiting. That's fair. But genuinely, how do you not know these things? Please tell me you haven't been on the internet for less time than I have. Because if that's the case, then I have some issues I need to resolve with myself. And it's making me realize it is a miracle I didn't get groomed growing up. Anyways, I have a lot of cursed knowledge about the internet. Oh. I've been on the internet since about 2008. Yeah, I've seen some shit I probably shouldn't have seen. I really shouldn't have. But I didn't actively use it until around 2015. That's fair. That's fair. I actually didn't become terminally online until like much later in life. Didn't really feel a need back then, but with the advent of being a VTuber and all of that, it kind of just became my fate. I was sealed to this fate. And I am VTuber now for all eternity. My soul was shoved into this very, very twinkish, draconic form. Don't tell anybody I'm admitting to being a twink, because I will deny it. I will deny it so fucking hard. It's not even funny. I'm gonna have to make coffee soon if I want to keep going. I just don't know if I'm gonna make it now or later. I know that's something else that should be shoved into your twinkish form. Cease and desist. Probably I'm going to assume you mean coffee, and anything else that you say can and will be held against you in your ban appeal court. Be careful, Lamp. I know where your mom lives. Sexist. Yeah, sure, buddy. Oh no, you're gonna label me as a sexist. Okay, and? I don't know. If anything, I think I've said worse to her brother. Oh dear. Oh dear. And is that brother okay? Or like I feel bad for anybody who has to deal with, you know, exposure to high amounts of lamp radiation. Because, like, I feel like that's a cruel fate I wouldn't even wish upon my worst of enemies. I mean, I'm just saying. Honestly, got it nowhere near as bad as my last boss in Florida. You know what? Fair. You know what? Fair. But let's be honest. This is Florida we're talking about. Hello, AK. Welcome on in. Hi, hi. Hope you're having a good day. How are you? I am. Hope you are as well. I am doing okay. I am doing okay. I am also alive. I am also alive, which is such a wonderful thing to experience, being alive. Just as amazing of it as Mpreg. I mean, what? Existential dread? Fucking same, bro. Fucking same. Existential dread. I can 100% recommend. 10 out of 10. Please not in my mouth this time. And sadly, Liz isn't here to chronicle my burps. Sag. Sag. No Liz. So unfortunate. It's alright though. But no, the existential dread is 100% real. I've been feeling that for the past couple of days. It's great. I should just make Liz a t-shirt with that on it or a sticker. No, that actually would be brilliant. 100%. Whoa. It's 3 a.m. I'm gonna go, my Dratty. I am not your Dratty. Okay, bye, Dratty. Okay, that's better. That's so much better. I was about to get the spray bottle. I want to get a sticker printed. You know, that actually sounds like a lot of fun. To be honest, I would love to have little stickers of myself. But that's going to require me to get a reference sheet, an official reference sheet, which is actually hopefully going to be in the near future. Now that I'm actually going to be making money again, so I can actually probably commission an artist to draw that out. That way, at the very least, there's something close to my original vision for what I wanted my model to be. I'm gonna make my cursed art stickers. I'm gonna make my cursed art stickers. Honestly, do it, my dude. Do it. I encourage that kind of creativity. It is It is fun to make cursed shit. I love making cursed things as well. And I also really love making things that are already cursed even more cursed. It's just a favorite pastime of mine. To be honest, though, being a VTuber in of itself is an extremely cursed thing. You know, that's just kind of how it is. You know, we are cursed beings by nature. Sukuna doesn't have shit on us. To be fair, though, JJK. Okay, I'm gonna say something kind of controversial here. I think JJK is kind of mid. I'm not gonna lie. You know, people say Demon Slayer is carried by its animation. If you want an example of being carried by your animation, it's definitely JJK. I am so sorry. It's kind of mid. It's kind of mid. It's not because it's like there's anything wrong with it in general. It's just like they could have done just a slightest bit more to make it a little bit more interesting. But they didn't, and naturally because of that, the whole thing suffers because of that. It's just one of those cases where something could have been so much better. The same way Valorant could have been so much better. But alas, Valorant is really only good for setting up your next ESEC date. I think that there are like... I'm trying to like move away from competitive games a lot more because it's just I don't feel good playing them. Afterward, I just end up feeling like shit. But like, I'll still occasionally play Marvel Rivals. I'll play League with friends. But like, you cannot get me to play Valorant anymore. Ever. Even I don't care how much my friends like beg me to reinstall it. I'm done with that game. It's just so bad, and almost every single big Valorant streamer / player is some kind of sex pest. It's just, it's not worth engaging in. I met two of some of my closest friends through Valorant, and I love them to death. Love them to death. You can't get me to play Valorant anymore. You just can't. I think I would rather play, you know, Cock and Ball Torture Simulator with, you know, implemented shock collar functionality than ever play Valorant again. That's how much I despise Valorant. Okay, I'm going to hit the BRB real quickly so I can take care of a couple of things real quick, but I will be right back momentarily. BRBs, peeps! Looks like Dreddy's home. I'm never doing that again. I'm only doing that because Lamp is gone. Lamp is gone. He didn't get to see that. So, you know what? That's fine by me. That's the only reason I did that. Don't ever let him find out. If you let him find out, you will get beaten with sticks. That is a rule now. I withhold the legal right to beat you guys with sticks whenever you guys act up. It is that simple. If you've got a problem with it, I'm so sorry. Anyways, normalize beating your chatters and audience with sticks. They get to pick the stick, though. I'm not a monster. Everybody except Lamp, because if he gets to pick his stick for his beating, he's just gonna do something perverse. I know his routine by now. I know what he's like. I know what he is. Paddle. I'm fine with a paddle. I mean, just because it's a paddle doesn't mean... It's gonna be a yaoi paddle. It's not gonna be on your ass, though. Sorry. I make a note to specifically avoid that area. Because I'm trying to catch assault charges, not sexual assault charges. That's fucked up. I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that. Oh, that's so fucked up. That was so fucked up. Oh. Hopefully the face is fine. The face is fine. Yeah, I'll hit you in the face. Repeatedly. Until your face stops resembling a face. I mean, sometimes you just gotta, you know, face the music. Get it? Get it? Eh? 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 Hello there, I am Quasimodo is insane. I'm gonna beat you. No. I give the beatings, not you. No. It doesn't track my hand, so I can't show you that I'm wagging my finger, but no. You're not allowed to hit my... You're not allowed to beat me. I'm only allowed to beat you. I'm gonna beat you, is what he says. He thinks he can beat me. I have a red shirt. I just need the matching suit. Are you threatening to cosplay me, motherfucker? Don't think I won't. Sure. I don't doubt it. All right, I don't doubt you. Okay, you also commit to the bit. I commit to the bit. My existence is committing to the bit. All right, our highest priority is the bit. Okay? We are born of the bit, made men by the bit, undone by the bit. We commit to the bit always. All right? We commit to it. It is our primary function. It is humanity's birthright to commit to the bit. Need I say anything more? I don't think I need to. I don't think I need to. I will cosplay everyone. Exactly. Cosplay everybody in our friend group. Anyways, commit to the bit is my advice. Commit to the bit. New VTubers, commit to the bit. If you're any kind of content creator, commit to the bit. It'll help you get your bits off. The Twitch bits, not your actual bits. You can't do that on Twitch. There's a blue version of Twitch you can do that on, but not here. Anyways. Don't worry about what I said. I didn't say anything that weird. Okay, maybe I did, but you don't need to worry about that. You don't need to worry about that, man. Sorry, I'm scratching my beard. I scratch my beard sometimes. Sue me. Oh. I'm probably gonna need to make some coffee soon if I want to keep going. I want to try and see if we can make it to 9 tonight. I want to try. And, you know, if that's my goal. I want to hit 9 p.m. I want to try getting into the habit of streaming for 3 hours, because I get past the hour mark and I start to feel I start to feel tired, and I need to push through that. I need to push through it. I need to like power my way through it. I need to fuck my way through Nobody fucking clip that. Nobody fucking clip that. I will grab you. I will fucking grab you and drag you into the screeching abyss that is the Mpreg chamber. Please. No, please. No, please. No pleasing. No pleading emoji. No white Among Us gay sex emoji. Actually, we're in the process of adding that. I need to get 7TV on here. I'll do that later. That's actually on the bucket list. Because like 7TV emotes are fun. They're a lot more fun than Twitch's standard emotes. I should do that too. Exactly, bro. Bro, 7TV is fire. You know, you want to know what else is fire? You know what else is fire? My pee. Wait. Wow, I'm really out of pocket tonight, huh? Chat, this is exactly why I want to start having... this is exactly why I want to have a channel for my out-of-context sound bites. Just so, like, we can go over that. And just, like, we can see what I remember saying and what I have completely forgotten I have said. It's what Kumi does, and, well, she's brilliant for it, so. I do like, I love Kumi. Too much citric acid? Yeah. Yeah, I don't like acid either. I'm gonna try and knock some stuff out this week if I can focus. Me too. Me too. It's gonna take me a while to get used to the new routine of my new job. But I will eventually get used to it. I will. The sooner I do, the better. I kind of just want to do more content stuff. I really wish I had the time to edit videos. I really don't anymore, which is kind of bugging me. Which is why my stream days are sporadic. That's why I have them kind of like corrugated out, so I have days where I can just dedicate to editing. Yeah. I'll figure stuff out on that front. Why are you screaming? My cat has been on a screaming fit for most of the afternoon. Plan out a schedule and stick to it. I try to, but it's a pain. Yeah, I'm working on that too. Now that I'm back on the proper dosage of my medication, though, that should be less of an issue. And as soon as I get Gamersups, which has a bunch of nootropics that I really like to have in my system, things are going to go much smoother. It's going to come out smoothly and perfect. And, you know, it's going to be fantastic. Can't wait. Now, let me deal with my screaming cat real quickly. I have no idea why my room is, like, so much warmer than the rest of my apartment. It just is. It's kind of annoying. Not even just a kind of thing. It is extremely annoying. You know. You know what? I'm gonna download this for later. I saw a little bit of a content resource I want to have saved to make my life easier. All right, we're gonna try and hit 2 hours and 30 minutes, and if I can keep going, we're gonna keep going. But if I can no longer keep going, I'm gonna call it. That way, I can at the very least before I go to bed tonight, start working on some more content stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good plan. Ugh. I gotta figure out what kind of short form content I need to do. And there's a couple other things I need to figure out. Mm-hmm. Ugh. Some people still play Apex. That's crazy to me. I could go for some steak right about now. I'm trying to think of something to talk about, but I can't. I really don't have anything. I'm just exhausted. Painfully so. I need coffee, and then I need to start getting ready for stuff. I think we're gonna go ahead and call it here. I can't make it. I can't make it, but 2 hours? 2 hours is a lot more than my usual, like, 1 hour just chatting streams. The fact that I'm managing to actually spend more time streaming is a good sign. You know, and it's been pretty cool. You know. Okay, I think we're gonna end off here for tonight. Thank you guys for coming to watch. I am just staring into space now. My brain is gone. I will see you guys Tuesday. And I don't know what we're doing Tuesday, but we will find out shortly. But with that, I will see you guys later. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your night, and I hope you have a good week this week. Thank you guys for watching. Please stay safe. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Bye. Bye!